Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Attack on Titan, and I gotta say, this was such a good episode, especially the meaning behind it with everything and history repeating itself, this vicious cycle, and I liked Magath so much in this episode, and the last scene completed the episode. But yeah, overall, an amazing episode, just showing how cruel reality can be, also especially in the world of Attack on Titan, and the hardship, and also looking back at things, that flashback moment with Armin. Amazing. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now we have this unlikely, uneasy alliance, however you wanna call it, between the main group with Marley, them trying to get to the ship, and they have to get past the Jaegerists and Flock. Man, I can't wait to get rid of Flock. But we'll talk about Flock when we get to that part with him. Now, he hasn't destroyed the ship. For whatever reason, the assumption is they might want to use it into the future. I liked Annie, straight to the point. Hey, this is the end of the world. We're in a war, kind of a civil war in a way. It's looking like this. We have them fighting against their own people, allying themselves with the enemy. She just suggests go in, kill them all at once, get this over with fast and easy. But it's not that easy, especially for the main group, John, Connie, Mikasa, Armin. They have to kill their own people, their own friends, and that's not something you just do very easily. It's easy when they're your enemy is somebody unknown, not related to you. When they're fighting against Marley, you're fighting enemies, okay. But when you have to fight against your own people, it's not that easy. But to add on top of that, they also have to keep the Azumabito safe, to be able to use that ship, perform maintenance on it, keep it usable. It's not just simple. They have hostages also in this case, and not being able to kill your enemy is a major disadvantage. And Annie, I like how blunt she is, just going after Armin. Hey Armin, what's your plan? Sure, let's go ahead and do that. What's your plan? Are you gonna do the same thing like when you cornered me? Not saying I agree with Annie, but sometimes you need somebody to say out the obvious thing, especially in situations like this. Sure, idealistic things and stuff like this are always good, but can you actually put them into practice? Will they survive the battlefield, especially in a war zone, especially in situations very complicated like this? It's not it's not that easy to be able to carry out your ideals in the way you want them. But also like the conversations that follow after that, with telling Annie, if you were in our place you wouldn't have broken the wall. Reiner realizing what Eren told him, so that's what he meant, the flashback there with Eren telling him we are the same. Now Reiner also wants them not to get involved, as in Armin, Connie, Mikasa and John. And just stay on the sideline, we'll take care of all of this. Hunch also comes in and kind of breaks out the tension a bit, the deadlock. She already has killed 4 Jaegerists, we remember, when she was protecting Levi. So there's already blood on their hands, killing their own people. They also don't have much time left. The rumbling is progressing much faster, so they also have that deadline, so to say, literally deadline for the entire world. Now Magath, I was like, damn dude, you went straight in for Yelena, like almost killing her there, just wanting to get the information about Eren out of her. I think he broke her arm, but also Yelena kind of had a weird change of heart from that encounter, saying she now wants to witness what's gonna happen, and maybe will tell Magath Eren's destination. Now, what I liked, this was my favorite scene from the episode. One of my 2 favorite scenes from the episode was Magath speech and what he said. I feel like this would have solved so many problems for the entire world. So many lives could have been saved, protected. So many conflicts and everything wouldn't have happened if people just realized it, has this epiphany, revelation, however you want to call it. But I don't think Magad would have reached this epiphany if he hadn't witnessed everything else that has happened up to this point. And this is why this is such a vicious cycle, with him apologizing, admitting he was wrong for his behavior the previous night, his conversation when he got into it with John, regretting what he said, saying it was wrong, plays the scenes of the past on the present. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but that's basically what he said. And yeah, that's something very hard to admit, especially for somebody like Magath. I like that scene so much, and even goes further a bit, apologizing to Peak, Reiner, and Annie for them having to be the ones to deal with this conflict, no matter on which side, basically paying also for the past. Yeah, that's so true, and I gotta give credit for Magath to Magath for that, and even bows down, begging for their help and apologizing. And I like how Armin over there just superior, looking down on him. That's the look we had over there, but the way he said it instantly, I refuse, but it wasn't I refuse to help you, and I like the way they did that. I refuse to stand by with clean hands. So they're gonna join in on the conflict, so they're not gonna be bystanders. Now, the thing, like I mentioned with Flock, man, I really want to get Flock out of the way. Please, somebody kill him, and hopefully next episode that's gonna come true, because he just plans to either wipe out the Hizur, the Azumabito civilization, off the map, or just use them as slaves, basically. Kept threatening the Azumabito lady, I keep forgetting her name, I'm sorry about that, as you guys know, not really good with names. And she brought up a really good point. She wasn't afraid. I liked her demeanor, how she was still standing up to Flock even in that situation, telling him, all you are doing is making the world smaller. And that's very true. You're just gonna be alone on the island with the entire world around you being destroyed. Flock, yeah, kind of realized this, but I don't really think he cares, honestly. He still wants to control them, to subjugate them, telling them, kept repeating that what's important is to know your place. This dude has gone off the deep end completely, thinking of to himself that he's this dictator, leader, wannabe. You always see people like this when they get some power. I don't think power changes you. I think that power shows your true self, and in this case we finally see the true self with Flock, and I really hope Flock's end is near. Now we have a plan by Armin. Was a bit obvious, him pretending with Connie, just coming in screaming at Flock, hey, we need the Azumabito, we need the ship to go after Reiner and the Joe Titan. They're trying to escape by sea, just pretending to still be on their side, even saying that they killed Jan and Onyankopon. But they also find out they have bombs on the ship, and I like the tension quite a lot from that moment on. They were still being suspected of working with Marley, being traitors, and the two dudes that were there with the bomb, I really don't envy their position. The faces, the teeth grinning so much they had there, the tension, the pressure. That was just for that ship, because it's literally the fate of the world. No matter the fate of the island being the fate of the world they want to save, on the other side, the actual fate of the entire world to stop the rumbling. Now, Flock also has his doubts with Armin, what he was saying there, And he actually says, hey, I can just solve this very easily. I don't need the engineers, I don't need the technology anymore. We can just decide we don't need it and just move on. Again, that's kind of, in a way, that bluntness that Annie has, Flock also has a bit of it, like, on a fucked up way, but still, that bluntness. Now, it pans out to have some shots fired, and I think the Azumabito lady kind of fought him off, and he missed that shot. She actually pins him down. Kind of wanted her to punch him, just one for you. Just do it one time for you. We have Mikasa coming in. Basically, all shit hits the fan. All chaos breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. Sorry about that. All plans never survive the battlefield. Basically boils down to that. You have the idealist start. You have somebody questioning that ideal goal. Are you able to carry it out? They try for it, and then it goes to shit. Basically, they actually start killing Jaegerists, going in over there. And the scene that I liked, it's coming right up. We have one of the guys standing by the ship with the bombs, Daz and Samuel, if I remember their names correctly. We have one of them actually shooting Armin in the face through the side. Okay, Armin, if you didn't have that Titan power, you'd have been dead there. We have Reiner and Annie start transforming and playing ragdolls with the Jaegerist, especially Annie, just that kick. Yeah, FIFA World Cup would like to have one award with you over there for that kick. Damn, they really didn't shy away from showing that, and I like it quite a lot. Even the mentions we have from Yelena talking a bit to Levi, or a bit at Levi, because he didn't really give an answer, saying you can't separate humanity from violence. And that's a very, very true point. Looking at our own history in the world, let alone especially with current things happening right now, that's very true and so bad. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that, but it's very true. You can't separate humanity from violence. Now we have Armin still being alive because he still has the Titan power, and even without that, I don't really think he would have died, but that's another conversation. Gets up and goes after Daz, the one that trying to reconnect the bomb back, but he gets a gun to his head. Has to freeze in that moment. And the tension was insane there. You have friends, same people fighting each other because they have different goals. And Connie was in the middle of it. He was actually friends with Daz. I think Daz was the one that had a gun at him, or Samuel. I really can't remember. I get confused with their names. Sorry about that. And the flashback, we had it with Bertold, Armin, and Connie remembering with Bertold being in a similar position, saying someone has to do this. And yeah, as fucked up as it is, if you think back on the first episodes, with how it started, with how Reiner and Annie did what they did for what they believed in, Bertold also, you have history again repeating itself with Armin, Connie, Mikasa fighting against their own people, killing their own friends for what they believe in. It's fucked up, but still an amazing story, and Attack on Titan delivers again with this episode. And Connie goes through it, shoots Daz in the head, and Samuel also, basically ending that standstill in a way, and just it broke him. It honestly broke him. But yeah, amazing. The conflict is still not over, and we have Reiner and Annie. Hopefully they're gonna be the one to take care of Flock, because I'm tired of Flock. He's an integral, a good part of the story, but get away, Flock. I'm tired of you. Please, somebody kill Flock. He has done enough. He's power tripped enough, a Discord mod, a Reddit mod, however you wanna call him, but he needs to go. Overall, an amazing episode, a lot more action compared to previous episodes. Those two scenes were so good. Magath and the flashback in the last part of the episode. Now I'm curious what you guys thought about the episode. What do you think about the hardship with the vicious cycle, everything repeating itself, them being in the same position as Rainer, Berthold, and Annie, and where do you think it's gonna go next? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me cover a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Attack on Titan, I can't wait for next week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.